Alright, I'm going to try to make this video without revealing the location I'm at. That's the challenge here. It's like that German definition of the word where you pretend you don't have spittle on your shirt, and you act like you pretend like you don't have spittle on your shirt. You act like you don't have it. There's a word for that. You just keep talking like there's nothing wrong. Well, this is kind of similar to that, where I'll keep talking and not trying to reveal the location. That's a challenge because I wanna repeat the streets and stuff a lot. I'm gonna have to do that in my head if I'm gonna do this video. So last night, I'm surprised I didn't get harassed by any police. That was, for the 2 nights before that, I got harassed each night. And then last night, I was expecting some more harassment, and it didn't come. So that was a relief. The cops might have had a more important thing, like maybe a murder, to attend to instead of harassing people and sitting in their cars in private parking lots. Or maybe they just got tired of talking to me, because all I want to do is try to mess with them in return, and in a way that just makes me sound like a victim more than anything. So it was a good sleep. I feel pretty good. Got some bank food. That's partly why I'm making this drive, is I want to get more food bank food, because I have not resolved my issue with the food stamps. The Department of Health and Human Services. I still I haven't resolved that issue, and I'm not interested in contacting the lady in Tillamook again, because it's just gonna amount to more heartache. I'll just be grieving with her, to please reinstate. I'll make up an address. No, I'm not gonna do that. She made the conscious choice to cut me off. She's a professional. She knows what she's doing. There's no amount of begging is gonna change your minds. I'm out of the city, and that she's using her rational, logical. It's a part of the instructions that she has to follow. It's protocol. So I'm gonna focus on the nearest the nearest Department of Health and Human Services, which I'm not exactly that close by. So I'm gonna be a few days still without being able to purchase any food, but I think I can get by because the food banks are pulling through fairly good. I got quite a bit of food, and also my appetite's reduced, and I might try to continue with the blackberry leaf tea during periods of more starvation that I might be facing here. So it's not that much of a challenge. It's just about having some resolve and getting through some bad meals and non-meals. Yeah, I need it. I need to reduce my eating. If I'm not going to be productive, then I shouldn't be just wasting energy. I gotta. Oh, is this? Okay. I shouldn't be eating anything. I'm not being productive at all. I shouldn't be expending any energy. I'm just a burden on society. That's it. So yeah, but I'm still able to bounce around, and the food banks are still generous. And when I can find them, when I can find community meals, they tend to be generous. So my car still works, so I can take advantage of that. So there's still some things that are going kind of positive I can work with. Things haven't broken down to life or death too much. It's just, wow, there's actually pigs out. So just kind of taking it day by day, and I gotta be very, very, very conservative, as conservative as I can about things I do and all that. Like the cities I visit, I want to have a plan. It was before I was just looking for the nearest library, and that's pretty much it. I had the spare cash, but now I got to look at where are the food banks, where are the community meals, the food pantries. Is there a Department of Health and Human Services nearby? I got to ask those questions with each city. Those are some of the first questions I have to ask, because that's priority. I'm not asking, I'm not asking about anything else. At that point, when I get those established, then I'm concerned a little bit about where can I sleep at night. Before it was library and then where to sleep at night. But now I gotta look a little bit harder for the food sources. I gotta dig for where they're collecting the expired foods. That's a little bit more of a challenge. My focus is my medium of looking is, wow, there's a lot of vehicles, is through the internet, but that's not 100% reliable. Then the churches I really need to focus on a little bit more. I don't really look to churches for religious purposes. More food, but it's quite an influence, because every time you go there is something religious. So there's going to be an influence, not just for food. You'll meet the people and see the art. Car's acting a little funny. Might be low on brake fluid. It's usually what causes problems at higher speeds. Okay. So, just looking for that turn. So yeah, I just trying to conserve, trying not to drive too much. Keep my driving as little as possible. Cops want to keep me going though, want to keep me moving along. That makes it difficult. I'm not trying to set up in any one place for too long. Don't want to do that. 2 to 3 days at a place, just parked at one spot, is ideal for me. I think. Longer would be kind of nice at times, but 2 to 3 days. I really hate having to park only for a few hours at a time at one spot. I'll avoid those, limits, those time limit ones, where you're only allowed, 2 hours, 3 hours, 6 hours. Definitely won't park at any parking meters. I'll park in a neighborhood, as many blocks away as it takes. That's what keeps me away from the big cities, is all these timed parking spots. Just don't want to deal with any time limits. I want to try to be as safe as possible against that. Guard against that as much as I can. Okay. I mean, they put those parking limits up for a reason. They've had a problem in the past, and that's the response to the problem they've had. So I want to avoid that issue as much as possible. Whoa, a little bit of a dip there. Okay. Yeah. Got that going. So it's not too long of a drive, 15 minutes or so. Whoops, alright. Oh, quite a road. I like visiting new cities. I don't have to drive around. I don't have to travel around Rome or Spain or France to enjoy traveling. There's really quite a lot to see in any small town USA. I just want to be able to walk in different places, just so I don't get that boredom feeling when I'm walking. It doesn't have to be extravagant Roman cathedrals and all that. A nice trail through the woods does me fine. A nice trail through the woods. I wish there was more trails in the U.S., particularly ones that could be just off the road. There's so many places that are such an annoyance to get to because you got to take the road. I want it, when cars are going 45 miles an hour past me, I hate walking on the side of the road for that. And I hate my bicycle right now because it's the cheapest and worst I've ever ridden. I want to improve that by getting a new seat. I had a seat that I liked in Rice Lake, Wisconsin on a bicycle I left behind. I wish I would have taken that seat because it's not easy to buy. It's not easy to find. Not many people buy it or something. I don't know why. Maybe they don't like the appearance of it. I don't know, but it's the most comfortable seat I've ever sat on. It just doesn't have that nose that affects my groin. Females can handle that, but I don't want to know that I like that little block, that little rectangle size type seat. It doesn't interfere at all with my crotch area, because I lose blood circulation there pretty readily. I'm a heavier person, and to put all that weight down on that area, and on a bicycle that's pretty darn hard to ride, it's a bit of an annoyance. So I want to get a new seat. The bicycle's just sitting in my back. It's a good emergency alternative, at least. When this car breaks down, I can still bicycle for help. But I'm not doing it recreationally. And that's something there are moments when I really should be bicycling to fully explore areas. I've really been shortchanging my exploration just by keep not riding the bicycle, relying on walking. Although walking is pretty nice. I mean, with all my torque strap squatting, I can really enjoy walking more because I feel like I got more of a bounce in my step. Like my steps are stronger. Yeah. I got stronger walking. I walk stronger. If you've never really done a significant amount of wide stance squats, then you may not appreciate. You may not appreciate what I'm saying. Wide stance squats support walking. Wide stance squats support walking. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm pretty much here, so I'm going to end this.